Welcome to the show about the show, the podcast. This is episode 447. My name is Will, and I don't consider myself to be pretty. And Atticus is here, who has to do the little hook thing every time. It's a privilege. Hi, Atticus.
Hi. I for a moment thought that you were going to say I have a poor sense of recreation, but
Oh, that would be a good one.
maybe Ben
I was
is out.
really struggling to find things. I don't know what it was. This episode just kind of wasn't presenting.
It was kind of an episode that you sit through a little bit.
Yes, it was a little bit. Our friend Ben is out on assignment, so it's just Atticus and I today. This is a show about Twin Peaks. Today we're talking about episode 24, aka the 17th episode of season 2, called Wounds and Scars. We also have a Patreon where we release a bonus hangout show every week. That's over at patreon.com/Dr. Skeleton. Subscribe to us on YouTube. All right. This was a bit of a we have to sit through it. At least.
Why would you say that is? Like, is it just being itself in all the worst ways? Or is it not being itself? Or is it just, we just didn't like the plot? We didn't like the dialogue?
Huh. I don't know. I feel like this is the most slump I've felt, though.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
I have
Slump City.
previously been very entertained by slumpy episodes, or popularly considered slumpy episodes. I guess there were some really like yucky things that happened in this episode, and there weren't like things that made me pump my fist too hard. There was one great scene, or really good scene, but there is also some other stuff that just, and there wasn't enough of of the stuff I like about it in it, I guess.
I think that's fair. It feels like they've yeah. I mean, maybe we just get into it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I guess, how old did you think Nadine was before this episode? Because we get an age reveal.
I didn't even catch the age reveal somehow. And
how old would you say she is,
unless of course it's central to the plot. In which case I picked up on it.
I mean, it's relevant to her actions, I'd say.
Yeah. The same as Big Ed, the same as Norma. So,
and they've been talking about like 20 years going through this. So like 20
Late
years
30s?
after you're done with high school, like 38.
Okay.
Right?
What was the reveal?
Apparently 35.
Okay.
So I guess, yeah, maybe she and Ed had a relationship. Well, he was a little bit, like a couple years ahead of her, but yeah, I don't know. This aired March 28th, 1991. After I think there was a bit of a break, a mid-season break. Hence the recap, which I think is new, right? Like there was the Log Lady intro, which I guess you're not watching with the Log Lady intros, but in my copy there was the Log Lady intro, and then a Cooper narrated bringing you up to speed thing, but in universe, not like a previously on Twin Peaks thing. And then the title sequence. Did yours have that? Did yours episode start like with the Cooper thing?
I feel like I don't think so. I feel like it was just like
started right at the theme song.
It started with the theme song, yeah.
Interesting. Huh.
And then like there was kind of like the blurry after the theme song though. There was like kind of blurry video of like,
is that where like Harry was looking at his his glass? Okay, yeah, that was actually then in part of the episode. Interesting. Then that might have been part of the DVD release. But why would they add that in? Maybe because this was kind of like a weak episode, and they're like, let's
Film something
kind
for
of
it.
ground ourselves a little bit more. We would just use like archival footage and have K-Man give a voiceover. But this was directed by James Foley. It was written by Barry Pullman, and Atticus is going to read the summary.
Starting with the log lady. Sometimes, well, let's say all the time, things are changing. We are judged as human beings on how we treat our fellow human beings. How do you treat your fellow human beings? At night, just before sleep, as you lay by yourself in the dark, how do you feel about yourself? Are you proud of your behavior? Are you ashamed of your behavior? You know in your heart if you have hurt someone. You know, if you have hurt someone, don't wait another day before making things right. The world could break apart with sadness in the meantime.
That's a good intro. I like that, I think.
I think one potentially like your too woke friend take I could have about it is like, yeah, make things right, but like that person doesn't, like, if you've wronged someone, they don't owe you the chance to make it right. You know, sometimes leave people alone.
Yeah. I mean, and you could then maybe by making it as right as you can be is by
Sure. Leaving them alone.
You continue to carry the burden of it rather than shifting it back onto the person who was originally harmed.
Continue lying awake, feeling bad about it.
Yeah. Sometimes that's just what has to happen. Okay. I don't have anything else on the log lady.
Okay.
Although we get some log lady lore in this episode, which I think is good and fun.
I love that she recognized a symbol that she doesn't have on her own body.
Here's just another symbol. Damn.
Harry drinks in the book. I see another symbol. Harry drinks in the bookhouse, reflecting on memories of Josie. Hawk brings him a special breakfast from Norma. Harry asks how things are at the station, where Cooper and the other lawmen have taken charge and given full attention to the chess game. Hawk leaves and Harry pours another drink. We're pulling all resources into the chess game. Excellent. I'm glad things are going well at the station in my absence.
Yeah. The thing that I think doesn't, I guess you know more about chess than I do. Would it be the case that if, like, is this better as a group project?
Surely not.
Like if we get everybody,
especially if Pete is so good, you don't want an idiot's opinion along with a grandmaster's opinion. They're not going to together come together.
It's not
on
like
something.
you get like a pure sum of everybody's like the level of the move, the how good of a move isn't like shifted up by like, okay, Pete's got 100 horsepower, puts it up here, and Andy's got 1 horsepower, and so therefore at least let's get all the horsepower, and it ends up being 101 horsepower of a chess move. Like, no, it's still going to be a 100 horsepower move, and
potentially 99.
Potentially 9. Yes, exactly. That's a good point. It could be going in slightly different directions on it. Harry got an enormous breakfast,
and he doesn't want any of it. Silly behavior.
Craziest thing I've seen in this show. Saying no to breakfast.
I also think like with chess, I don't know enough about about advanced strategy, but like it makes sense to me that there's these theoretical games you could play that stalemate with given circumstances, but like forcing someone into a stalemate seems, especially if that person is like, every time a piece is taken means another murder I get to do.
Because when they're motivated to be capturing pieces.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Remind me of what the definition of stalemate.
The king is not in check, but there's no moves anyone could make. The person whose turn it is could make that doesn't put their king into check.
Okay. And so that's it. Is that essentially a tie?
Yep. Even if I have all my pieces and you have just your king, if I get you a stalemate, then it's equal outcome to both of us.
Gotcha. And like, there's no immediate danger to the other one, relative immediate danger.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. So the Harry's memory sequence. I want to talk about this for a second because Zoe brought up a really good note about this, and it was like we see Harry like remembering Josie, and we do get some great jazzy sax during the sequence. But the thing that Zoe pointed out, and I think is very telling, is that all of the memories that Harry has of Josie, it's like the two of them either making out or like getting it on. It's just there's the relationship that they had was not like he did.
Very
It
developed.
wasn't like he really saw her as a full person. It didn't seem. She
He
was just
saw
kind
her
of
the
there to
same
be
way
grilled.
as the other players
Yeah,
on the
same as
Josie game
Eckhart,
board.
same as I don't even remember his name anymore. Andrew, whatever.
And
Yeah,
Catherine.
and Catherine. And he's going a bit crazy in there, holed up in the cabin. He gives a bit of a No Country for Old Men kind of outlook on the state of things and how the world is moving on, and he doesn't get it anymore. It's just so evil out there now.
Hawk gives him a
Oh yeah, is that the
reminding me
Bookhouse
that I
Boys
need to
salute?
start. Yeah, reminding me that I need to integrate that more fully into my like daily.
Yes.
Okay, ready for enter stage left Annie Blackburn.
Yeah.
And this is the person I just know from like the scary movies, right? Is that
I didn't know her. Heather Graham. Hey, born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Oh, she's in Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. Oh, she's in Boogie Nights.
she's not even the thing I think she's in?
You think she's in
Oh, she's
Scary
not
Movie?
in Scary Movie. No, she's not.
Ah.
That's funny. Is she in Arrested Development? Yeah, she's in Arrested Development. That's what I.
Oh yeah, Zoe said she recognized her from that too.
She's the ethics teacher that's like obsessed with Osama bin Laden, and she's just like, I love Osama bin Laden, and everyone's like, you are really interested in it. And she's like, yeah.
I wish Ben was here because he's had that exact interaction. I believe it's okay for me to share this because he shared this on the podcast, but his wife will sometimes introduce him to people as a big fan of Jeffrey Epstein.
The financier.
Yeah.
Annie Blackburn arrives at the Double R Diner and is introduced by her sister to Shelley Johnson. She requests no charity from her sister. Major Briggs calls his pie compelling as Shelley gives him the bill. The log lady notices the marking on his neck.
I missed the compelling pie. That's a good.
It's a funny
that's
call
good word
out
for a pie. Okay, I do think we get the thesis of the show here in this scene, at least, where Norma and Annie are greeting each other, and Norma is kind of asking how she is. We kind of get the sense. I mean, we definitely get the sense that Annie has some sort of tragic backstory. We see that she's got scars on her wrists. We know that she's not a nun anymore. She's leaving the convent, and Norma asks if she's talked to their mother about stuff, and Annie's. I can't remember what Annie's comment is, but it's clearly like, oh, that would
Let's
be.
just talk about nice things.
Yeah, let's talk about nice things. It is, and the line here is, we could talk about it or we could feel good about things. I vote for Plan B. And it's said a little bit as not as a joke, I don't think at all, but like, I don't know, they're both smiling at each other, but I do think that's kind of what's going on with the show overall, right? Like the point is that like this stuff kind of lurks under the surface. We're not going to get into it. It just is happening in the background, and we're all just going to try to feel good about things, not actually address it.
Would you like a slice of pie?
That's compelling to me.
Okay. And then the log lady just kind of like pokes at his neck.
Yes.
Like, pokes herself.
And he turns her very slowly. This is another Zoe observation, but she like touches his neck, pokes his neck, and he's like,
You're going to whip your head around though, aren't you?
yeah. Dude, stop. Log lady.
Oh, log lady.
Get off me. That's what LL Cool J stands for, right? Log lady Cool J.
Cool.
Log ladies love Cool J. LL Cool J.
Okay. Hawk reports Harry's condition to Cooper, and they discuss the unusual circumstances of Josie Packard's death, her body only weighing 65 pounds. If your autopsy was returned with an odd fact about the body, what would you want that to be? You won't believe this.
About my body?
Yeah, you won't believe about this, about the autopsy.
And it has to. This isn't just like what would I want to be interesting about my body. This needs to be in my autopsy for some reason.
This is after you've potentially turned into a knob or something.
After I've knobbed out.
Knobbed out, yeah.
Gosh, do you have one?
No, it's a terrible question.
I don't know. Maybe it could be like, I don't know, this is usually how sea turtles die. Like we found, like he somehow got like caught in the plastic rings for soda pop cans or something.
You know how bodies usually smell bad? His amazing.
That's good. That's good.
That's super weird.
Yeah, and they always say that you shit yourself when you die. This guy didn't. He
clean as a whistle.
He conducted himself very politely, even in death.
It wasn't gross at all.
This is the least gross body I've ever seen.
Anything on that scene?
Honestly, I can't even remember I didn't seem to take a note on it, and I can't remember what scene you're referring to, even though you just described it. What's oh, the Josie. Yeah, Josie's autopsy. I mean, I guess it's interesting that there's something going on with
souls are heavy.
She had a heavy soul. I guess that is the implication, isn't it? Okay.
And that drawer pull got that soul.
Drawer pull got that soul. The drawer pull is not, or like the drawer is knocked over and we're having a much harder time putting it back up because the knob is so heavy now.
Why isn't like Cooper like taking that home with him, or like
the knob?
Yeah.
I don't think he knows about the knob.
He didn't see that. Only we saw that.
I think only we saw that. I think that was yeah, in fact I don't yeah. I think that like the face fading onto Josie, this is just me thinking this. Yeah. I don't know if this is confirmed or not. And it's interesting that we have different interpretations, and I think that's good. But yeah, I think that that was kind of more for us to know that she became a knob rather than Cooper saying that.
It would be funny to complain to the management, like, yeah, my drawer's got a face on it. Can you sand it off?
It's like screaming all the time.
Leo brings Earl a pair of slippers, a pipe, and a newspaper as Earl comments on life out in the country. He examines the newspaper for Cooper's next move in their game, which he interprets as a trick, finding that he is going for a stalemate and is receiving help. This infuriates Earl, and he plays his bamboo flute. Yeah, Earl can hurry up with himself on this.
Dude, yes, I totally agree. I wrote, I am still tired of Wyndham's shit. I don't find to me he's the anti-Pi. I don't find him compelling whatsoever.
Yeah, he's like he snuck off an inferior show, I feel like.
Yeah.
And it seems like something that every other show also has copied, regardless of it being the worst part of the show. Like, it feels like a trope that we've seen a lot of times since then. You know, like the genius who has gone off. Audrey and Dick discuss the Stop Ghostwood campaign's fashion show, as well as Tim Pinkle's association with the event. Audrey and Jack then plan to go on a picnic together.
I'm happy to see Dick again.
Crazy fit.
Don't love the fit, but it's very Dick Tremaine, I suppose. Happy to have him back in the mix. You know, another fit that is crazy and also I don't love it is Jack. I guess his Billy Zane looking good except for the hat. He's got an I think you should leave hat on again. And now after Justin explained to us that he is just bald, that's what's going on. It makes it very conspicuous that he's got his big 10-gallon cowboy hat on in every scene in this episode. No, the hat stays on during picnic.
Dick has a very creepy thing to say to the models, I feel like.
Oh, gosh. Yes. Yes, he comments on their chest right away, I think.
And then they're like, we don't smoke. And he's like, ah, yes. Like,
oh, yeah. It's good for your chest.
And that's like fitness god or something like that. It's like, just go, dude.
All right, bro. Okay. I guess I was a little confused. There is the pageant coming up, but that's not what happens in this episode. We get the fashion show that's different than the Miss Twin Peaks pageant, but we seem to be kind of introducing both in the same episode and talking about the fashion show and the pageant at the same time.
And is it just like TV brain that like, oh yeah, and of course Andy and Lucy are going to be involved? Like, oh, the characters from your show, they'll be involved in whatever the event is. Or did they, like, why are they helping?
There's community members.
They just also want to stop.
I think they got roped into it, it seems.
Okay. Some off-screen.
And I really, honestly, that was one of my favorite parts of the episode.
Sure. I just like, it seems kind of a funny thing for them to get roped into while they're also getting roped into the chess game.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're going to go to a picnic together, which, another picnic. Are we like, every other episode is going to get a picnic now? Or is it even last episode that had a James Donna picnic?
I can't remember if that was last episode or two ago, but yeah, it's definitely picnic city over here. Twin Peaks more like Picnic City.
And they all kind of look like the Attack of the Clones picnic, which is like odd.
Yeah. Challenge to all directors out there. Make a compelling picnic scene. Make it happen.
Okay, Cooper goes to Harry and tells him about Josie's criminal past. The sheriff commands him to leave the bookhouse.
Get out of here! It's like freaking out, dude.
Yeah. I don't agree necessarily with Cooper that what he's doing is helping. He's like, it'll help for you to hear me to say this. It's like,
right. Well, because also what he's saying seems to be, I mean, I would sort of disagree with his take. Like, she might have a criminal history, but it kind of sounds like what has happened. He's like, you have to face the facts. She's a hardened criminal. Like, well, it seems like she's been in like really shitty circumstances her whole life. And she's been acting out of desperation a couple of times and never been on the right side of safety is my takeaway. But he's like,
and she died yesterday and I'm drunk. This doesn't have to happen now.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
What do you think?
Scram.
What do you think of Harry's vibes here, or his performance? I guess.
I feel like now that Josie's story is like, for her at least, wrapped up, I'm less like generous about the things around her because it never panned out in an interesting direction for me. So like, there's no like, oh, but it might be interesting. No, I don't know. I don't really. I think Zoe's point is good and like makes Harry just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not that cool.
Yeah. So I think I said it last week, but like he's usually a very cool cucumber, a pretty even keeled, and it seems like he's experimenting with explosive emotions, like for the first time ever or something. It doesn't seem like he's very used to hollering the way he is. It seems
was he the one that punched Albert, or was that?
Yeah.
And okay.
So maybe
it's been a while since
I am
the
totally
outburst.
wrong on that. I guess
Well,
he has had outbursts before, but something about it seems
different
weird.
because Albert kind of fully deserved it.
Yeah.
Eckhart's assistant, Jones, visits Catherine. They discuss the burial plans for Eckhart and Jones. Excuse me. They discuss the burial plans for Eckhart, and Jones gives Catherine a puzzle box from Eckhart. I wrote down for this, whenever I see Catherine in spooky music, I feel fatigued. And this entire scene was very fatiguing. Like, oh, a gun.
Here comes another thing. I did like the gun reveal.
It's a box, and it's a box. Oh, it's a puzzle box. And I'm like, God damn.
Here we go again. Some more bullshit.
Like, oh, it's Eckhart's executive assistant. Boo! I don't want any more like coworkers of Eckhart. Like, I don't even care about Eckhart proper. You know, I don't
like
need
still
like
kind
surrogates
of don't
of
know
Eckhart.
who Eckhart is. You guys, like, why are we? It seems like we could have condensed Eckhart and Andrew into the same person.
Oh my god, definitely.
But now we're getting one of their like assistants in the mix. Jones. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Yeah, I don't.
I'm Jones.
I think it was funny to see Piper Laurie like raise the heater, but like that's all that had to me.
Puzzle box. Earl visits Donna.
What is
in
this?
disguise.
Lost?
Right. Wyndham Earl visits Donna in disguise. Classic type of bullshit he's on. As her father's friend, Dr. Gerald Craig. She welcomes him inside and soon leaves with her a gift for her father.
What a boring house guest to have.
Yeah.
Donna really doesn't need to be entertaining some rando who stops by and is like, for the most part, just boring, and then he'll be like, "You're so beautiful." That's sucky for him to do.
Are your younger siblings as beautiful?
I guess I forgot that there are 3 Hayward sisters. I forgot about the piano playing one.
That's kind of alarming, like where it's like, obviously this person is supposed to be scary, but he's like saying things that are scary and she's not like reacting. And it's just like, I guess you could be creepy and scary to people and it wouldn't set off alarm bells. You know,
yeah.
It's potentially part of the point of it, but it's just like, wow.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Maybe
Dad has coworkers that come over and are creepy. So,
yeah.
Not my dad. Donna's dad.
Dr. Hayward.
Dr. Hayward. Pete uses various chessboards to figure out that the stalemate game to lose no pieces, but has found no way without losing at least 6. Andy and Lucy also play a game of chess and have a small argument over Andy not realizing that the knight must move with the hook thing. Major Briggs and Log Lady arrive at the station.
So this is kind of addressing your point about like getting to a stalemate without losing pieces, and it doesn't seem to be that possible.
But that's like
Lucy
if the other person is like actively, it goes right for you, you know?
They kind of have
I
to
don't
be
know.
cooperating. Is that what you're?
I guess, I don't know. I don't know enough. I mean, I guess you could, I don't know how to force it without like, if the person knows what you're doing, like trying to get a stalemate and they like want as many people dead as possible, that seems really hard.
Like they will definitely be able to kill kind of as many people as they want.
Yeah.
You could always just keep taking pawns if you wanted to, sort of thing.
It is a very interesting game he's having Pete play. Where he's like, Pete, for this game of chess, I want you to care more about the queen than the pawns. Yeah, okay. It's a weird strategy.
Lucy and Andy playing chess is cute. I thought that was a good moment.
Yeah.
Andy doesn't think that the knight always has to move in the L shape.
I guess some people don't know as much about things as they think they do.
And I thought Pete had a wise response. Like, it's a privilege to know that that piece can move in this way. Like, he sees a joy of chess. He sees it in a I guess a different way than I do, than just like, this is the way things have to go. And he's like, no, everyone's abilities is a privilege that they have.
Let's hear it for the weirdos.
The ones who do the hook thing every time.
They discuss with Cooper their respective markings. So this is Major Briggs and Log Lady at the station. They discuss with Cooper their respective markings they received from their respective disappearances, Margaret's having occurred when she was 7 years old. She notes that she heard the call of an owl during this experience and heard the same with her father when her husband died. And Cooper draws the symbols that they both have on them, and they're not the same.
And they don't seem to like fit together in a way that I thought that's where it was leading. But I guess we have on the chalkboard, here are some symbols. Here's everybody's tattoos, I suppose.
It'd be really weird, just like, or a funny, someone else was like, oh my God, I have a birthmark that's just like a circle. It's like, is that part of this too? It's like, no.
Get out of here.
No, we're not doing circles. It's triangles.
We're doing triangle kind of stuff in here. We watched Picnic at Hanging Rock during like the Lost stuff, and it sort of seems like Margaret Lanterman had herself a bit of a Picnic Hanging Rock scenario. And that certainly could be something. That seems like something that David Lynch probably was into, because that would have been a movie that he would have seen. It seems vaguely proto-Lynchian, perhaps. I don't know.
Jack sings to Audrey on their picnic, and she expresses the belief that nobody truly knows her, but he expresses his interest in her.
Don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess better than Audrey and Cooper.
Sure.
I don't really buy the relationship, though. I don't really. I'm not seeing any chemistry the way that like Audrey and Bobby might have better sparks to fly. What do you think about the whole Audrey and Jack Wheeler situation?
Yeah, I don't really buy it either. It is also funny where it's like, I'm really busy here. You want to go get a picnic? Like, and they're like, yeah. I don't know how to cook,
Thing that
though.
classically takes a long time.
Right.
Winnie
We'll
the
get someone
Pooh
else
ass
to make the
excursion. I don't have time for this.
Let's do it though.
Please, as long as you promise to wear your big stupid hat the whole time.
Oh, you know I will. The hat stays on. Also, don't be singing to me on a. Don't sing.
Yeah.
Okay.
No one's ever
That's a
sung to
no-no.
me before. Which if like Audrey Horne said like, wow, I've never seen anybody do that, I would maybe like instantly kill myself. You know? Like, wow, that's so weird of you.
That's so unique.
Fuck.
I guess what I'm doing is weird.
This is so weird.
Doctor and Eileen Hayward arrive home from the grocery store. Donna tells them about Craig's visit, which they say to be impossible as Craig had died years ago. Eileen calls the number that Earl left, learning that it was for a cemetery. Dr. Hayward opens the gift, finding Earl's next chess move, which he leaves to go deliver to Cooper. Well, I've got to get out of here. It's like,
oh man,
dog.
a serial killer was just in the house alone with my daughter. Huh. Better get out of here.
To Cooper. You could call in the chess move.
Yes, absolutely.
Don't let him in again, okay? I'm gonna get out of here. They're leaving out of the summary that not only had he died years ago, but he drowned, and Dr. Hayward tried to save him.
Yes,
Which
and
seems
that they
like
were roommates.
The more interesting part of it. But interesting part of it, I feel like, is maybe
kind of pushing it,
stretching with this Earl shit. Anything on this? Interesting to see someone look around the Hayward house and go, "What a beautiful house! Wow, you really got it. I love it." I guess you don't have as big of a problem with the Hayward house. Is it the Hayward house that you're always saying is, or is it the Palmer house?
Ben hates the Palmer house.
Okay.
But I think he also hates the Hayward house.
Okay.
Hates everybody's setup.
Except Dr.
It's a hateful little creature. Have you noticed that? Sorry, Ben.
Speaking of hateful little creatures, although maybe that's not true. Dr. Jacoby, Ed, and Nadine discuss a divorce, which is not clear to Nadine, as she does not understand that they are legally married. She then realizes that she is blind in her left eye.
Yeah. This is one of... This thing gives me a bad feeling in my stomach, sort of thing. And we get some uncomfortable... Like we wanted Ed to deal with this, and I guess it's good that we've gone back to the doctor, and we're getting a medical professional involved. But
choice of medical professional,
and no, it's not about her care anymore. It's about like, let's try to explain to her that
you're out on your own.
Yeah. It's like we're gonna get out of the let you just be on your own now. Seems like not the move. And then to the scene later, they're not talking at all about Mike in this scene. You know, like if we're gonna explain that you are getting a divorce, if we're not playing into the if this is inconsistent here, but if we're not saying that, if we're pretending, if we're going along with this, then we're going along with it. But you are also saying like, no, this is more than a breakup. This is a divorce. You also need to say, I think you have to say this anyway, but you super have to say at this point too, you can't date Mike. You can't date Mike.
Right. And you're 35 because you're 35. That's on the table too.
Yep.
Like
you're 35 and blind. Why not? Why don't we just let's lay it all out? Yeah. You are at least blind.
Like, even if you're not going to like make a breakthrough on all of it, you should be touching base on all of it every time.
What if she's more? What if that's the thing that cracks it all? You know?
Yeah. And we texted a little bit about this, but just thinking about, okay, is Bob involved in this? Is Bob pulling any levers in her brain?
Has Bob repossessed somebody? Is kind of the question, I guess. Yeah. Right?
Because I texted you a little bit about Ben. Like,
yes,
was he possessed by Bob when he was like Civil War era Ben? And regardless of whether he was or not, Cooper should have been like interested in that situation.
Right. I think that's a great theory. I don't think that's the case. We didn't get any formal clues to that, or like, textual clues as far as like, we have a particular cinematic language that is associated with Bob's presence, like somebody looking in a mirror, or we're going to kind of flash between seeing Frank Silva and the person that he's possessing, or it's like the dragging shutter angle. And we didn't get any of that. I think we see Bob's POV flying through the woods thing earlier that seemed to be related to Bob, and we haven't seen that like sneak up on Ben's bed or something, or Nadine's bed, or Josie or something. So I don't think my opinion is that no, Bob is not part of the Nadine situation,
but perhaps another
or Ben's situation,
because like it sounded like the way Leland got possessed was like you're at like a low point that you let someone in, or like you let a spirit in or something, and like
Nadine was certainly at a low point.
Yeah, and so is Ben, with like Catherine owning his ass. He would have accepted help from anything, I don't know.
Yeah, I like that. That actually makes a lot of sense, and I hope that's where it's headed.
Probably not. Anything more on the Jacoby has a good fit, right? I believe. I mean, we can even say that without even remembering what it is. But
I don't think it was but I bet he did.
Probably a funny one. But Ed is still doing a lot of aw shucksing at a pretty fucked up situation.
Yeah, Ed, come on, dude. Come on.
Jim face. The camera. Treating your wife like Dwight. Ben comes to Eileen with Donna watching their quiet discussion but cannot hear them. I don't remember this at all.
This is interesting. Well, it doesn't. We talked last week about is it the case that maybe the Haywards are the only ones in an uncomplicatedly good relationship?
Mm-hmm.
But then Ben's coming in and like sultrily whispering in Eileen's ear like that. What's going on with that? I guess I suspected that there was something. The summary seems to say that they were just having a discussion, but it looked to me that it was
charged,
an intimate discussion. They're just real close. He was just leaning in real close, I guess. And Donna sees that from the stairs. I don't know. But I just think it's interesting that we see this the week after we were hypothesizing that maybe that is the only good relationship here in the town.
Stamp that perception away.
Yeah.
Norma examines a flyer for the Miss Twin Peaks contest and urges Shelley to compete in it, but she dismisses the notion. Earl, disguised as a biker, compliments her, also urging her to enter the competition. He spots Cooper, who then first meets Annie, finding an immediate interest in her. Annie pours Cooper a cup of coffee, during which he notices a scar on her wrist. He tries the coffee, telling her she made it just right. Earl then leaves as Hawk arrives, telling Cooper that there is a problem at the bookhouse.
So this is a pretty interesting sequence, I guess. I like Norma and Shelley being friends. Shelley deserves friends. I think it's too bad Shelley doesn't consider herself to be pretty. She says that she verbalizes that exactly to Wyndham Earl dressed as a biker for some reason. And what does he say? He says something like it's about
it's an inside thing or something.
It's an inside thing. It's what you think about, which is not in the script. He added that, I guess.
I have something incredibly embarrassing to admit about this is that I didn't clock that as Wyndham Earl.
Bro.
I was like, but let me tell you, that's how fatiguing this episode is that there's some scrolling going on during this episode because it's so, But is it super obviously him?
Yes.
Okay.
That's so funny.
Just like, why is there this biker?
He's like staring at Cooper.
Oh, okay.
He's like keeping an eye on him through the diner.
Maybe it would make more sense if it mattered at all that he was there.
It is. It seems. Well,
just keep an eye on everybody.
You're right. I was gonna say, it's the first time that he's clapped eyes on Cooper, but no, that's not the case. He passed him in the hotel.
That's right,
I believe. So yeah, I don't know.
The master of disguise got past me.
He was there to be near Shelley, right? I guess that's probably the point to try to pick one of his queens. I don't know. I thought Majin Amick as Shelley gives a really good performance here, where she's like pretending. She's mocking the idea that she would ever enter a beauty pageant, and she pretends to be the announcer, and then she pretends to like give a standard beauty pageant answer, and she says and what would you do to solve a world problem? Well, I think every world leader should get together and hold hands because you can't make a fist when you're holding hands. That
would work.
Yeah. It seems like you might have thought of this, or like you kind of have a really good, you're really very good at improv here, Shelley, and you can pull this off. You do pretty well at this.
You got the improv skills that Bobby wishes he had.
Yeah.
Bobby, what would
Cooper
Bobby's pageant answer to that be?
Everyone just needs to chill out, man. Get a little get a little crazy. Everyone needs to stand on the roof of a car.
He's happy with the level of like global conflict that there is.
I understand that he has recently been appointed to the cabinet, though. That Bobby Briggs is in charge of a lot of stuff now.
He's gonna
internationally.
He was put in charge of the Middle East situation, quote unquote, taking over for Jared Kushner.
Yeah, Cooper does his waiter annoying thing where he like the waiter's about to leave, but he's like, wait, and he like drinks his coffee, and it's supposed to be like a charming, like, but
it sucks.
I would hate that.
Yeah.
But Cooper and Andy seem to have a bit of a
in a
connection.
suit.
It's somehow more annoying way
that he's not wearing a suit. Like for some reason it comes off, but like maybe the opposite. I don't know. Maybe it's just like we're used to being talked down to by people in suits.
It could be. Yeah.
Sorry, Andy and Cooper. You said
Annie and Cooper have a.
Oh, Annie.
There's a connection between the two.
All the men in Twin Peaks, whenever they're introduced to a new woman character, is always just like pure full delight.
Mm-hmm. And who's this?
Just a person. Just a person. Please. Anything more on the double R scene?
Nope.
Okay. Cooper and Hawk go to the bookhouse where Andy is waiting after Harry has thrown around nearly every piece of furniture in a drunken rage. Cooper urges Harry to hand over his gun. Harry refuses and begins to speak about how Josie managed to improve everything in his life, and he regrets in not taking her away. Dale embraces Harry, bringing him to a calmness. Dale and Hawk then put Harry to bed.
I mean, I feel like you should have some major regrets about how you handled Josie being in your life, Harry. I think you certainly could have done a lot more to save her, and help her with her situation. It's not really about your relationship. It's definitely more about, hey, you're in fact part of law enforcement, and there's like people really trying to hurt her. So you ought to feel bad, my guy.
It's certainly from I would still have her if I'd done it this way instead of she'd still be alive.
Right. Absolutely. But Coop goes in for the hug, and that's nice, I guess. Doesn't Hawk say something to Cooper like, "Oh, he's broken every piece of furniture that isn't nailed down,"
Okay.
which I feel like is a little bit of a, what's the term for, like, it's almost like a malapropism, right? Like it's kind of a mixing of phrases.
Yeah.
You steal everything that isn't nailed down. And what is nail? Like you could still break something that is nailed down, and who's nailing down furniture anyway?
Yeah.
What's going on in this? But okay.
What does he say earlier too? When Cooper goes back to the station, talks to Hawk, and is like, "Well, you're the senior person here now,
Senior lawman."
And he's
I
like,
hate
"No,
paperwork.
let's just do it. Let's just keep you in charge and we'll just let the rain continues to fall or something cool."
Yeah. Let the rain fall. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I definitely. I'm thinking back to that line. Of course, Hawk is saying, "Let the rain fall," like precipitation, but I thought it was like, "Let the rain, REIGN, fall." Because we're talking about who's in charge.
Who's in charge? Yeah.
Let's talk about my favorite scene in the episode.
Okay. Nadine and Mike then book a room at the Great Northern Hotel as Mr. and Mrs. Hinkman at the Stop Ghostwood fashion show begins. That's what you like the best?
Yeah, I wrote down here, oh no, because your fears about Mike being into this seem to be realized. Which
on-screen Mike involvement.
Yeah. Okay, to be clear, I guess it's not that I don't want Mike to be into this.
Right.
And
it's that it's actually happening.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that Nadine was just imagining that they were in a relationship. Yeah. But it seems like not only are they in a relationship, like it's getting to the point where they're like checking into a hotel room together.
And she seems to be aware that there's something they have to circumnavigate. I don't know if that's the right word. Yeah, like they have to. We can't do this just being ourselves. Someone will stop us.
Because she thinks she's a kid, and
okay.
You couldn't get a hotel room as children. Fine. But yeah, but you know that like if they call her out on it, she'd be like, "Okay, you got me. I'm a kid." And then schoolmates pass by and are like, "Hey, Mike, I'll see you in class." And they still give him the room. They're really hoping
Someone
That wouldn't happen.
Yeah. Dick hosts as Lucy and Andy model clothing. Catherine visits Ben at the bar, amused at his attempt against the Ghostwood campaign, not convinced he has made a change in his values. Clocks in correctly, I think.
Interesting. I kind of think that I feel like this isn't a popular take. This might be a hot take, but I think Ben might mean it.
I thought the whole scene of them telling the plan was him like, we're going to do this. We're not genuine about this at all. Wasn't there a scene?
No, you're right. You're right.
Okay.
But I also think he kind of means it.
He might have.
I know it doesn't make any sense.
He might have bought his own bullshit.
And you know why? It's milk theory happening again, and it's because Ben was drinking milk. That's why I think he means it for real.
Okay. That's funny. He could be. I feel like this episode does feel like we needed Ron Howard narrating over it. An Arrested Development episode ending. And the milk drinking. Perfect part of it.
That was there. We got to save the pine weasel. Lucy, our plaid queen, she's great. And Andy's mastery of the runway is phenomenal. He just stands there, a deer in the headlights look. Very funny, very, very good. This whole scene was like, okay, finally we're getting a good ass scene.
I've eaten nothing but vegetables for the last hour, and you're gonna give me a little treat.
Treat time.
Tim Pinkle then presents the pine weasel, which bites Dick on the nose. This causes chaos, ending up with Audrey falling into Jack's arms, and they share a kiss.
Yeah. Yes. This was really fun. I didn't care about Jack and Audrey here, but I did very much like the absolute chaos that happens when the pine weasel gets moving. There's the POV Euro Weasel running around shot. That's fun.
Yeah.
Mr. Pinkle is a funny guy. Appreciate him, his involvement. And I gotta say too, Dick's outfit, his taste, he actually has. If you were gonna try to make incorporate plaid into into a tuxedo, I think he does it in the most tasteful and classy way that you could. I think it worked. I liked the tux.
Do you need? Am I the only viewer that needs a bit of a Venn diagram or not, like a flow chart on like why this is happening? What this will do to move the Ghostwood movement forward, the stop Ghostwood, like how this is it just like putting on a show and we're going to talk about it, and that's how it's helpful.
Yeah, well, getting public support for this is for saving the pine weasel.
And also look at these outfits.
Oh, why we're doing the fashion? Yeah. Just a reason to get people out there.
Dick's got some outfits.
That's the treat. Off. And then like our vegetables are going to be us talking about pine weasel. Yeah. You ever been to like one of these? I'm sure you have actually. One of these kind of like fundraiser type events where there's going to be some sort of ostensible. We're going to be
keep me far away from these things.
Oh, okay.
We work in tandem, me and they, to keep me away from these types of events.
It's a mutual agreement that I am kept away from that stuff.
Final thing here. Jones goes, which just gave me like, oh god, more like it just feels like Evelyn Marsh times Eckhart. This Jones character, but Jones goes to the bookhouse where she incapacitates a bookhouse boy and joins Harry in bed.
Okay. I guess we'll see where that goes.
It'll be a while before they get to the point, and the point will be disappointing.
Mm-hmm. I don't really have anything on the last. Wait, do we not know who the Bookhouse boy was? Who was kind of an
That's what it
anonymous
says.
Bookhouse boy? Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I remember Cooper saying like, "We got to get somebody to watch him tonight," and I remember like laughing in the moment, like, "Yeah, there's like two remaining Bookhouse boys, and you're like, they're both in this conversation. Who are you thinking? But like, maybe there's just like extra Bookhouse boys, um, around in the mix.
Is Dr. Hayward a Bookhouse boy?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's just Harry, Cooper, Hawk, formerly Hank.
Formerly James?
Is he? Was he?
Hmm.
I feel like I'm definitely missing somebody. Oh, Ed.
Do you want to hear Twin Peaks wiki list of people? Sheriff Truman, Sheriff Frederick Truman, founder. And then Harry Truman, Deputy Hawk, Big Ed, James, Joey Paulson. This is kind of funny.
This might be semi-spoiler stuff.
FBI agent Dale Cooper made an honorary member. The idea of being an honorary member of like
A fake
just
society.
a group of people. I won't keep reading.
Well, I guess I thought the Weasel scene was fun
Yeah,
from this episode.
good Weasel scene.
Yeah. So it wasn't a total loss. My favorite outfit. This was a very fashion forward episode. It's front and center here with the fashion show, and I think Andy and Lucy are gonna get my joint outfit of the episode with their use of plaid. Good for them. You got a fit of the episode you'd like to shout out?
I feel like Dick's first outfit is pretty funny.
Okay,
Obviously
yeah.
not a good one, but just
And he's got the cigarette holder.
yeah, that's
scene
definitely
too, right?
part of the outfit.
Yeah. How about the accessories? Who's your star
scarf.
of the episode?
I guess that Weasel.
It's a good one. I'm gonna say Majin Amick as Shelly is gonna get my star of the episode for. She seems to be able to got the most interesting thing to do in the diner today, and which was to make fun of the idea of her participating in a pageant. Okay, what are we gonna give this one, Atticus?
I know you said that we've gone in and out of it, but I know we're not trying to engage in slump discourse, but what is your awareness of where we are in the slump? Is season 2 the rest slump, or are we supposed to climb out of it for a triumphant return in season 3, or
I kind of
what's the
think that
slump narrative?
I think the narrative of it, or the popular understanding of it, is that like it's the slump in season 2 happens like it starts basically immediately after we know who killed Laura Palmer, and then we're in a hard slump up until like the last 2 episodes of this season. So
Okay.
we are certainly in the middle of what is considered the slump.
Okay.
And I think this is the hardest I've felt it.
I think I'll say 2 stars.
Yeah, I've written 2 as well. This is the lowest rating I've given an episode of this show. This is the most this is a chore, I think.
Yeah.
I felt when it's come to watching Twin Peaks, which I don't like that feeling at all. I've enjoyed lots of these episodes very much. I don't see myself coming back to this episode. This is kind of like the first episode I'm thinking like, if I were ever to rewatch this, I'm pretty sure I'd skip it.
Yeah. I felt like if I were watching this not for the show, I would have been skipping through this episode even.
Do you do that? You like fast forward through?
I usually just give up. So it's kind of a weird, constrained scenario where I'm going to continue watching, but
I'm having a bad time. Let me just fast forward instead of doing anything else.
Stopping. Yeah.
Any final thoughts about where we are in the show or what we got going on with this episode?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Sorry, this is a little low energy episode, but like I think it's appropriate. I don't think that it would make any sense if this was. It's thematically consistent that this episode sucks ass.
We're gonna be as much fun as the episode was. Can't be mad.
That's right. Folks, thanks for listening to the show. You can write into us at drskeletonsartschool@gmail.com. You can subscribe to us on YouTube for the show about the show. We're over on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Dr. Skeleton. Next week, we will be watching season 2, episode 18, also known as episode 25. How many episodes are there in season 2? Oops, I Googled Twin Peaks season 23. How many of those could there be?
22.
Okay, we're getting there. We are getting there. Got 4 more episodes. 5 more. That's
movie time?
And then it's movie time. That'll be fun. Guy who apparently thinks Firewalk with Me is fun. New thing I'm trying. All right, gang. Thanks for listening to the show. We'll catch you next week. Goodbye. This is a brand new Extra Good podcast. Learn more at brandnewextragood.com.